Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm going to do a deep dive review into Run, Rose, Run. This book was written by Dolly Parton along with James Patterson. I just finished it a couple of days ago and I want to give you my full review, and I would love to hear your review in the comments. Run, Rose, Run is about a girl named Annie Lee Keys, and Annie Lee is running from her past. She is headed up to Nashville. She wants to make her dreams of being in the music industry come true. She has been a singer and a songwriter her whole life, and she's used that as a coping mechanism to help deal with all of the difficult things that she's gone through. And this book really focuses around a mentor-mentee relationship, and the mentor is this older established lady in Nashville who is really going to remind you a lot of Dolly Parton herself. I read this book, but I've also, as I've been reading other people's reviews, have seen that others have listened to this on an audio format, and Dolly Parton does voice the character of the mentor in the audio version. So now I'm kind of like wishing I had listened to the audio version. If you are a Dolly fan, and I most certainly am, it is a no-brainer that you're going to want to pick this book up and read it. And the absolute coolest thing about this book is that in addition to Dolly writing this book, she also recorded songs from the book, and you can listen to those songs on YouTube. And I didn't even realize this until I completely finished the book. I'm gonna be honest, I found some of the lyrics in the book from the songs to be a little corny. But then when I realized that Dolly wrote these songs and then also had recorded them, I was like, wow, that makes this a lot more special, and maybe these aren't as corny as I thought. So I haven't listened to the full soundtrack on YouTube yet, but I certainly plan on it because I feel like this could maybe elevate this book for me. This was not my favorite book I ever read, but I don't regret reading it. And once I listen to the music, I think I'll feel maybe a little bit different. I feel like maybe I will like the book even more than I did. Knowing that those songs exist definitely makes the story more special, and I feel like it makes the story come to life in a new way. This book has elements that I think people will enjoy. There is suspense, there are secrets, there's music, and also a hint of romance. This book was a really quick read for me. It has really short chapters, which I always really like because it just, I don't know, it just seems easier to read and get through sometimes for me. I feel like the book was doing a whole lot. There was just a whole lot going on. You had all of this, you know, suspense and mystery stuff going on. Plus you had like this emotional connection going on. You also had this mentor-mentee role going on. There was just a lot going on, and sometimes I did feel like the story didn't just go like deep enough into those things or deep enough into some of the characters. And then I felt like things really picked up at the kind of the very end of the book. You had this, you know, take that Annie Lee had this, you know, really serious stuff that had gone on in her past. But for me, it seemed like it took forever for it to come out. And I would have liked to have gotten a little bit more detail on that instead of kind of saving it all for the end. I really like the setting of this being in Nashville. I live about 45 minutes away from Nashville, so I'm familiar with the city. So I really enjoyed that. I enjoy country music, so I love the country music vibe with the book. I thought that was great. So would I recommend this book? I would say yes, for a couple of reasons. One is I think that everyone should give books a chance. If you like Dolly Parton, and if you like quick reads, you like something with a little bit of suspense, I think that it's worth it to read it, because also I feel like everybody having their own taste. What one person likes, another may not. I think it's always great for everybody to give books a fair chance. I've read enough reviews of people who have really enjoyed this book that I think it's worth the read to give it a try to see if you like it or not. I think if you're looking for something that has like literary depth, it's not going to blow you away. And I know I keep talking about this, but I do think that the music tie-in is just a really unique element, and I think that makes the book more special. I would love for you to let me know in the comments what you thought about Run, Rose, Run if you've read it. And if you haven't read it, I will put a link in the description box. Don't forget to hit that like button so you'll see more of my content, and I would be so grateful if you would subscribe. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.